Hi, in the series of talent management lectures, now I will be talking about the contemporary issues and challenges that the talent management concept is undergoing and the companies are experiencing. The objective of this session is to understand the new upcoming challenges of talent management and also to try to look for probable solutions to these challenges if possible. So, moving ahead. Various issues and challenges that are being experienced by different industries, different companies for managing their talents. The first one is managers are not invested in helping their employees. That brotherhood, that sisterhood, that kinhood is not reflecting. The new joinees are continuously complaining that they are not getting that mentoring help. I must use this term mentoring help, mentoring assistance from the existing employees, right. So, I do not say that this is intentional. At times what happens that those already working employees, existing employees, they might be having their own projects, they are so involved in their own projects. Because of this they are not able to actually give so much of time to the new joinees, but yes, they cannot deny from the fact that the new joinees, especially in the companies, big organizations, they are handicapped because they do not know anything. They might be having a lot of brains, but those brains will not be utilized unless until they have the methodology, they know the methodology, they know the way out how to perform and from where to secure various resources in order to perform, right. So, there they need that mentoring assistance. I still remember I just had done a small case study on a particular company, a small project, and there I came across a very pleasant, I must say, very good concept called buddy. We know what is a buddy, right. So, there in order to curb this problem, the company has a concept of buddy, and on a necessary basis each new joinee the company is assigned a buddy. Now, this buddy could be maybe a 6 months old employee in the company, not very senior one, but a person who knows the maybe the policies of the company, who can help him the new joinees on day to day issues, problems, like for example from where the photocopy is to be done, or from where the canteen is, or from where to call the PN, or from where to get your leaves, from whom to get your leave signed, etc., etc., right. So, this is a very beautiful concept of buddy, right, and this should be there in every company, I must say. But though the concept could be there, though this facility could be there, but the problem again remains the same, that even those buddies also, because they might be so much pressured also with their own task, that they are not able to invest in helping their employees. And the same goes for the senior managers also. They will simply put the task on their employees, but they do not provide help how the task should be done. Anyways, so this is one of the grave major issue or challenge that is being encountered these days. Then second one is wrong personality job fit. This we have talked earlier also, class. Wrong personality job fit means was that when we talk of talent management, there basically when we talk of talent acquisition or talent retention, So, obviously a talent would be retained in the company only when there is a job fit with his personality. For example, a person say who has worked in talent acquisition only, and if he is suddenly given the task of say talent engagement, obviously there will be a misfit, and whenever because of this misfit, because at this moment he has nothing more to do, so he will join your company, but later on the moment he gets an opportunity to go to some other organization when where he is getting what actually he is fit in, so he would immediately leave, right. So, this because so ultimately because of this wrong personality job fit, who is suffering? The company, right. And as we have talked in my earlier sessions also, the cost of hiring the people repeatedly and people leaving the company, that is the historical cost if we talk in terms of the cost, or the replacement cost of people in the company is too high. That reflects in the accounting books in the terms of cost versus the benefit. Another issue is tedious hiring process. Now, there was this report, there was this research based report published by Top Excellence in 2016-17 that one of the top reasons most candidates turned down a job offer was because the hiring process took too long, right. That means the applications were called today, but interviews or the information for interview is coming say after a year. Nobody is going to, whatsoever howsoever good your organization may be, it may be a public organization also, but if the organization is taking so much of time in finalizing the entire hiring process, the good people are not going to stay back, right. So, and because of this many of the times, because by the time they have taken some other job, so they simply refuse the job offer also. Then lack of experience with new and advanced technical know-how. As we have talked earlier also, ATS or payroll or accounting software. So, today the companies are moving towards softwares. Today the companies are moving towards IT for carrying out the day to day operations or processes. ATS has become very common, right. That is ATS means application tracking system which is a very common process, a common application used by the HRs in majority of the companies. And therefore, many people are aware about it, but still there are many people who are not aware about it, right. So, what happens that whenever there is one such tracker issued to them or ask them to fill that tracker, they are at their wits end what to do, how to fill this tracker, we do not know anything about it. So, they look for they go from post to pillar, they look for people who can do this, who can help them out, and obviously this lengthens the whole process. At the same time this hampers the work also. Like again though ATS or payroll are very common applications today, I came across a company in telecommunication sector, and they devised a very good, just like this application tracking system, they devised one more tracker, they called it a separation tracker, right. That is just like in case of ATS where the entire day wise or process wise the entry is there of the new entrants or new recruitees who was interviewed, who were the panelists, etc., etc. Similarly, when an employee wants to separate from the company, when an employee is resigning from the company, this company has a tracking system for that also. which would have certain areas like who is being separated from which department this person is resigning, who was his current boss at the time of resignation, what were the probable reasons for resignation, when was the resignation letter filed in the system, and whether the exit interview took place or not, etc., etc. Right. Now, what happened? People started whenever people wanted to leave, because the employees did not know anything about this separation tracker. So, they simply handed the application, just put a mail through their immediate boss that they are resigning from this, effective from this date so and so, and from that time onward they started counting their, because it was a 3 months notice period, they started counting 3 months from that time period as their notice period and stopped performing. Now, when it came to performance evaluation and they were asked, so they simply said ki, well, we have already rendered a resignation and we are serving the notice period. Nobody knew except their immediate boss to whom the mail was shot. Nobody else in the system was aware that so many employees are already serving the notice period in the company. Now, why this happened? This happened because the people do not have those know-hows. I still remember another IT giant company, a multinational company. They have a very good system, even in the case of resignations also, since we are talking about separation. In the resignations also, even if you are resigning, you have to put a resignation in the system itself. It does not, a mail is not sufficient. You are not supposed to just send a mail to your supervisor and you are done. No, you have to, there is a process, you have to put a separation mail, you have to put your resignation in the system and so that it is reflected each and every department, right. So, likewise there are many other such you can say IT tools available. So, today as we understand that IT has become the in thing in the talent management, the entire talent management system is moving with the help of technology only. And those who do not have that knowledge, those who do not have that experience, obviously they lag behind. So, and this is becoming a very big issue, because it is expected out of them to know about the technology, but at the same time the challenge here is how to train those people who do not have that technology. I have seen some, I have just experienced some certain interviews being conducted, because since everything is work from home today. So, whenever the interviewers, the panelists come across any such people who do not possess a particular technology, they simply ask, if we can take you, we can consider you, provided you give us this assurance in writing that you will hone these technologies in given 6 months time, else you will, your probation will not be confirmed. So, this is, I think this is the best methodology to pressure people, to make them understand, to make them know the latest technology used in the company in order to survive. And then another very important issue, ineffective leadership, absence of strong leaders or compelling mission and vision statement for the units and subunits to imbibe the need for talent management, right. Then high employee turnover and migration to competitors. I was just reading rather a small snippet, a news clip somewhere that Tech Mahindra is hiring like mads, and they are giving 100 to 150% hike to technical people, to IT people whom they are hiring, or rather I must use the word poaching. poaching from different IT giants in India. Right. Now, why this is happening? Because of the need of the hour, right. But what it is actually resulting into, because the competitor is paying a hike of 100 to 150%, obviously the employees, even if they are satisfied in their companies, they are running like mads to their competitors, right. So, this was just one issue, but at the same, this is not every time, this is not the only issue. Many of the times even the employees do not feel valued or satisfied, and therefore, they feel stagnant and they want to leave the job, even if they are very happy there, they are not being mistreated or nothing like that, but then they feel stagnant also in their job career. They want a challenging job career, they want some challenges, they want some excitement in their job, and therefore, also they leave and they go to the competitors. This is not new, this used to happen earlier also, but today this has increased multi times, I must say. As I just now said, gave you an example of Tech Mahindra, they are giving a hike of 150%. So, obviously 100 to 150% hike. Suppose a person is getting a salary of say 20 lakhs per annum, 100% hike means for the same job that he has to perform, Tech Mahindra would be offering a salary of 40 lakhs. Obviously, nobody would like to leave this kind of an offer, right. So, because of this, this is aggravated, this is increased a lot, which is actually posing a lot of problem. The it's not simply turnover of employees to their competitors, it is rather becoming a theft of their employees by their competitors, the poaching of their employees by their competitors, which is more of a issue or a challenge. And then higher total compensation issues. Now, what actually does it mean? We all understand what is compensation, and compensation issues are always there in the company, right. Salary is not in time, salary is less, there is no hike in as it was promised earlier, etc., etc., etc. But think of a situation, for the same amount of job, for the same position being offered, there are two people who are hired. One is being offered say a salary of 8 lakhs per annum, and another is being offered a salary of 10 lakhs per annum. This used to happen earlier also, would have happened, no doubt about it. But at that time, since the jobs were less, the good jobs, good paying jobs were less, so obviously the people did not say or voice their can say issues on this. But today, as we talk about the Gen Y or Gen Z rather is now come into picture. So, this Gen Z is very vocal on this issue, and they make it an issue when we both are having the same competency, when we both are have been taken on the same position, then why there is a discrepancy of salary, and if the employers are not able to satisfy them, then they do not mind even quitting the best of the best jobs also. So, if we talk in terms of job satisfaction today, especially for Gen Z, then yes, the job satisfaction today arrives not on the basis of good salary, but equitable salary. If the competencies are same, if the profile is same, then salaries should also be same, and that actually gives the job satisfaction to this Gen Z, right. So, That is also one. So, but there the employers today cannot create those discrepancies on the salary band uh, just on their whims and fancies. So, these are certain issues. Now, then of course, unappealing company culture, very old issue, but yes, it is still persist. Generational difference between job life expectations. The senior management is wanting something else. The senior management could be say Gen X people, right, people like me who have seen a lot of years of service, who have seen a lot of companies, and today they have come to that level. For them, job means stability in that company, longevity in that company. But what about Gen Z? They look for good money, they look for equitable job salaries as the job satisfaction mark. So, obviously, there is that difference of opinion as far as job life expectations are concerned. And the moment they find these differences, obviously the company culture becomes unappealing. They find it, no, this is not the company we want to stay. Obviously, the Gen Z, as we are talking about the most young generation, will leave the company. Whose sufferings, whose loss? The company is incurring the loss. Quality of hire, encouraging passion in the people, that is talent engagement, where the people feel that yes, they are being valued, they are being encouraged to explore themselves more and more in the company, then there they will stay, otherwise they will leave. And reference checking of course is another issue, right. Probable solutions. We have talked about a lot of issues, challenges. Now, some probable solutions. Smart hiring strategies. When I say smart hiring strategies, what are those smart hiring strategies? We have talked about hiring strategies earlier also in talent acquisition topics in my earlier lectures. In nutshell, I would say basically now because at every step, even after the employees have been taken into the company, they are employed, the candidates are employed, they still want transparency, they still look for want certain answers from the people, the senior people. So, obviously, the companies, for that purpose, companies have now started using certain softwares, application softwares as this ATS or application tracking system, and then this is again integrated with other systems also, performance evaluation system, then their separation tracker, etc., etc. So, using all these technologies, you can keep a track of every individual, when the person was hired, who were the panel members, then at times now, because of the work from home option, the interviews are being recorded also. So, maybe at a later stage, if suppose there is any legal complexity coming up, so they can take help of those recordings also, they can understand what was said, what was not said, etc., etc. So, these are certain smart. So, everything is now being made transparent, everything is tracker based, everything is transparent, everything is technology based, right. So, usage of technology, more and more usage of technology makes your hiring smart. Experience with technology, as I just now said, so many trackers, so many I can say systems are created in the company, but if people are not able to use those systems, so what is the use of that system? So, that experience should be more and more people should be made to experience, to hone the knowledge of using the technology. work with effective leadership is very, very important. A very old solution, but still effective solution. In order to survive, in order to sustain, in order to further grow, the leadership should be effective, and then employee turnover should be prevented, and that is only possible by giving them job satisfaction. Now, another set of challenges, the most recent one, which are being faced due to COVID-19 outbreak. As we all know, more than I can say 2/3 of the year is gone, right, due to COVID-19. The economy has slowed down like anything, and I can say the the biggest outcome of COVID-19 outbreak in terms of employment was that all the employees were made to sit at home, work from home. And work from home has brought in many challenges like mental health and well-being. People are confined in their houses, cannot go outside, sitting all the day in front of their computers, in front of their laptops, right. Obviously, not only the eyes, the stress level has increased like anything. The total health has has been compromised, their well-being has been compromised, right. They that is something which is actually concerning. Then managing remote work. Now, managing the remote work is very difficult for the supervisor or for the manager, because there are say 10 people in their team and all 10 people are at different places working from their home. Now, he can meet his team only maybe once or twice or thrice in the form of meetings using some technology application, MS Teams or Zoom or whatever, and at that time you never know what person was doing with the entire day, right. So, managing the work from the remote place is very, very difficult. Managing the people from the remote place is very, very difficult. It's only the trust, you can only trust your people that they are, yes, they are working, but you cannot just make them work every time. You can just not make sure that yes, people are sitting at the seat and they are actually working. Agility loss, yes, that is there. People are very less agile there. As a result, now even if the offices would be open, as we are predicting that NASSCOM will be allowing the IT companies to reopen their offices from January, right. So, even if the offices are open, what is the probability that people would like to join them, and if they have to join, at least it is going to take another 15 to 20 days to become acquainted with the office life. That is for whole say 7 to 8 hours or 9 hours they have to sit in the office. It will be very, very difficult, because that agility in the body has almost gone. Then employee communication. If you are sitting in the office, you are seeing everyone, there are maybe 100 people sitting in your area and you are talking. The moment you get up from your chair, you can see each other's face, you can talk to them face to face. So, that communication is maintained. As a result, you share so many things with your fellow employees, but sitting at home, just communication is only task oriented. Whenever there is a task to be performed, you make a call, you just give that task to the other person and it is over, and then you call back again to take the feedback whether task was done or not, that is all. Uncertainty about when will the normalcy arrive. Nobody is certain, not even a prime minister, not even the doctors are certain when will the normalcy be alive, when will we be able to actually live without these masks and being confined into our homes, working from homes. So, that uncertainty obviously gives undue stress to our to us, and obviously that hampers our working all. And then employee engagement, right, the team building activities, the team lunches, the picnics, the cricket matches, fun Fridays or fun weekends, where so all these are things of past now. You work and you stay at home, you work and you stay at home, that is all, no employee engagement, because how to every time engage your employees in virtual mode. I still remember a person, I remember, she is into talent engagement only in a very reputed IT company, and on Diwali only she announced a contest among the employees in her vertical to decorate the workplace and send a picture, upload that picture on the portal, and the best one would be awarded. Out of 8,000 people whom this request for contest was sent, only 2 entries came. Nobody was interested, because they do not feel that connect. That connect is gone, that they do not feel engaged, they do not feel connected to the people. Had the same thing been done when the offices, when the physical offices were there, then yes, everybody would have taken part. So, this is the problems the HRs are facing today, right? And the only solution, talent engagement. Now, how to do it? As I was just going through certain such kind of team activities, virtual team activities options, and I came across various such options which could be done, some role modeling thing, some competitions, some other games which could be done using these MS Teams or Zoom, etc. Platforms wherein people are asked, compelled to be part of it, and but it should be more fun oriented, right. So, likewise the HRs today have to come across many such issues, many such types of talent engagement activities. As I just now said, though there were 2 entries, but at least there were 2 people who really wanted to participate in this kind of engagement, say called Diwali, this workplace decoration. On the occasion of Diwali, right. So, likewise HR should think of some out of box novel ideas to keep on engaging the team in some of the other activities. Maybe they can invite the families also in order to engage their team. So, like I since I am part of a big Amway group also, so Amway company also, so there also I keep finding out certain mailers on talent engagement aspect. There the families are also involved into this. So, let us have some at times some they organize some kitchen contest within their households only, at times they organize some cleaning concepts in their households only. So, wherein the entire family members are involved. So, at least each employee, each can say each employee, he has at least 2 to 3 families members in the family physically with whom he can organize those things, and then virtually they come together and display what they have done, and then the best is rewarded. So, these kind of things can be thought of, many other things are possible, but the idea and I think this is the probable solution in these times of COVID, when work from home option is most prevalent. Companies, the people are though the unlock has been announced, still there are so many restrictions involved. So, that freeness is still not there, right. So, in this kind of situation the HR's role become most crucial as more and more ideas of talent engagement are required. So, with this I complete my session. Thank you.